guys, welcome back. So for today's adventure, we took an MWR tour to Grindelwald, Switzerland, and it was included with one activity. You can do a zip line, a glider, a bike ride, like a motor scooter. Right now we're going up the oh my god,
this thing takes off.
The glider to the top, so I'll show you that. That is crazy. Look at that view. And then you can kind of see the mountaintop. No, it's covered. All the way to the top. And yes, it is kind of cold outside. It was like 20 degrees Celsius and it is supposed to rain today, but we're still gonna zip line. But stay tuned, everyone. Bye. So we're still on the lift and it's a pretty like high mountain. I'm not even kidding. I feel like it's one of the highest. But we're still going all the way to the top. We're at like the second stop and where we're going is called the First Cliff Walk by, how do you pronounce it? The word?
Right. So where we're going?
Yeah, where we're going.
East.
East. We're going to East and I'll show you right now. So look at them get launched off. Ready? Not yet. Wait till we get to the end. 3, 2, 1. Hit it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit it. Dang, I counted so good. This is crazy.
In the world of pure imagination.
Look at those mountains. That is insane.
And you'll eat. In the world of my crunchy Doritos.
I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Fog, but that's what this reminds me of. A little crazy, but y'all can't see nothing. Like, look at that. You can see like the line, but nothing. Crazy. Doritos. Made it to the top, and let me show you real quick. Look at all this snow. So the glider to the top was 7,000, like a little over 7,000 feet, 7,111. Yeah, I know it's slippery. Crazy.
Look how blurry it is.
I know. But as always, stay tuned for some clips and some pics. Guys, so we did the cliff walk and it is insane. So the end is right there and it's crazy. But you can't even like, it's crazy. But again, it's Grindelwald, Switzerland. This is like our first adventure out and our first adventure on this adventure. But stay tuned like always. So we went up all the way to the top to the first cliff, did all that as you guys just saw. We took the glider back down because we wanted to get some food because the food up there wasn't very vegetarian friendly for me. So here we are, we made it back down. Just look how crazy this is, you guys. You wanna go to a party?
Huh?
So we just finished eating lunch. We went back down the mountain to a pizzeria. It was delicious. We got margarita pizza, which is basically just cheese pizza. And then Will got tiramisu, which I did not like. But now we're going back up and we are going to do the zip line. So we'll see how that goes. I will attempt to film it, I'll promise, because I have butterfingers. But I will take pictures. Alright guys, so we just finished the zip line. So it starts off right there, if you can see it, and it goes all the way to the top. So we were in line for like basically a little over an hour and a half, and like the zip line down was like at least, I would say like 30 to 40 seconds. It was so worth it. Was not scary. I completely loved it. I definitely would have videotaped it, or like I just should have, but I know for some reason I just didn't think I should have, because there was like a little drop, but it's alright. Plus there was a sign that said like no video cameras. But it was amazing. But we're taking the gondola back up again so we can get some souvenirs for some friends and family members, and I will show you guys some more pictures and video clips. But thank you guys all for joining me as always. Love you guys. So we took the gondola down like I just said, and hope you guys enjoyed the pictures and the videos and all the fun stuff that I got to share with you guys. And we're not supposed to meet up back at the bus until like 7, but they said if we leave early it'll be 5, so we're gonna head back. So we stopped at a tea and takeaway restaurant. I got pizza again, margarita, because hey, vegetarian, cheese pizza's bomb. Will got a burger and it had like a different sauce on it, but it's alright. But just check out this view. It is insanely crazy. We're about to, like I said, walk back down. I'll show you guys the village that we're in, the town. And then we're gonna take the bus ride back. And when we get back, it's gonna be a little late, like most likely 11 p.m.-ish. But I'll try to do like a quick little video on the way home just to explain like what the tour was, how much it was, and how much we spent here and all that jazz. But again, thanks for watching. So we are waiting for the bus to come. We still have like an hour, so I thought I would just sit and talk with you now about everything. So we did go on an MWR tour to again Grindelwald, Switzerland. We had to be at Panther Exchange at 3:30, so we had to leave the house by 2:40. Got there by like 3:15. And then we didn't leave until 4:12. We were supposed to leave at 4, but stuff happens. We left at 4:12. We got here like minutes before 9. Like, it was a long drive. But there's like German laws that if they were explaining it to us, like if the drive is more than 3 hours, they have to stop halfway, take a 30-minute break, and buses can't go as fast as cars. So they explained a lot of it. So that's why it took as long as it did to get here versus if we would have just driven or taken the train. So there was that. The bus ride was, I kind of struggled for me a little bit because, well, you know, I've been having a little bit of personal issues with my body and I'll get to that in another video. So just not being able to like, I pack snacks, but like not being able to like get up and like stretch and like do what I needed to do to like relieve my aches in my body kind of sucked. And then my husband just slept the whole way basically. And then we didn't really, there was one gentleman who didn't bring his passport, so they said like, oh, well, you can still come, and if we get stopped, then you just have to get off to take the train back. But luckily we didn't get stopped. They didn't even check our passports, which is really strange, but they said on the way back we most likely will check our passports. So for the MWR, we were lucky enough to get 50% off for each of our tickets because we registered with the SWPC, the Stuttgart Warrior challenge. Ooh, and it's basically like you take an oath and a pledge, like not to drink, not to do anything stupid while you're on these trips. And again, it was a day trip, so what was even the point of drinking again? So we both we did get 50% off, so I wouldn't even say like less than 160 for the both of us. It was pretty decent. So it was less than 160. Again, that's including the transportation here and back, and then that was unlimited gondola rides, which we did basically a lot today. And then it included one activity, and the activities we could choose from was the zip line, the glider, a motorbike, and then the scooter. So we were looking at the scooters, but there was a lot of snow up there, so weren't gonna do that. Plus I'm clumsy, but the zip line just looked amazing. So that's what we did. And if you wanted to do another activity, you just had to pay extra. And most of the activities were 29 francs. Probably wrong, but it wasn't too bad. And then we did pack snacks, but we didn't pack like lunch or anything. So we did go to a pizzeria, and we spent about, I would say, like $29. We got margarita pizza, and what did you get? What was the dessert called? Trusamu. The dessert, what dessert did you get?
I can't remember.
Trusame, I don't know, I'll remember the dessert. But he ended up getting a dessert, so it wasn't that bad. And then we, you know, like I said, we went back up, did the zip line, and then we came down, walked around. We went to a place called Tea and Party. We spent about like $25 again. I got pizza, he got a burger, and I got a Coke. And then we just walked. There was a really beautiful lake that we passed by, like extremely beautiful. And we were gonna
put that home in it.
And we were gonna walk to it, but it was a little bit too far and we don't want to push our luck with the timeline, but we could have. But we did walk, we saw a lot, and we walked basically like, I would say all of Grindelwald. It's not that big, you could do it. And the one thing I would highly recommend if any of you guys are gonna come here is pack legit food. So like my husband went to the store yesterday to buy like sandwich makings and all that, but when you wake up at like 2 o'clock in the morning and you have dogs and you have to get ready, you just don't want to make food, so we just bought snacks. But definitely next time I would bring food. And then as far as like the MWR tours, I would highly recommend them. They are affordable. They're not like super cheap, but they're affordable. They do have USO tours, which was, there was one today actually. So there was 2 options that we were gonna do. And I let my husband choose. There was today, May 18th, which is today's date. It was either the Switzerland tour or there was a tour to Paris, to the USO. And for that tour, they took you to Disneyland. So you got to go to both of the parks there, but we ended up doing Switzerland because it was an hour, it was a little bit closer.